Friends, in my spiritual journey and even in my life, I always have competition with me, not with any others. I have seen so many people who have become successful. I was a lawyer and I have so many my colleagues. They become so successful. They make a lot of money, properties, name, fame, everything. And some of my friends have entered into business and they also succeeded and made money and other things. And they do every most of them did all those things and become success through competition. They compete with others, they learn from others, they have tried, they have do effort did efforts and spent their time in achieving what they wanted to achieve. But me, I was a person who was, I don't know whether I was such a lazy man or something. Somehow it had happened that I used to get a little money which is enough for my family's maintenance, and I had a house. And I thought of going not to compete with these worldly people because somehow I understood that I was not able and I was not competent enough to compete with those people, spend that kind of a time and effort and do such maneuvers that they can attract people to them. And I don't know whether it is an escapism or somehow my karmas or my past life things drawn me. I have become more attracted towards the things which are not ordinary worldly things. I was drawn towards the spiritual people, spirituality. I used to read a lot of spiritual books. And I am a person who is interested in knowing about the mind. And I used to read a lot of psychological books. And the mind and its thoughts, emotions, feelings, perceptions, how they arise, they are all very interesting things for me. And I have found out afterwards that every thought, everything, every perception, every idea originates from a personality, a person with a name, fame, and with a name, history of where he has born, his society, his friends, his family, and his teachers, his parents. So these kind of things, I have understood then that the society, the parentage, or the situation, circumstances create a personality in you, a person in you. And anyhow, you will be given, you will come out grown up with a name which your parents have given you. You identify with that name, and you will have a body, and you start aging, and you will start identifying with your body, your aging, your ideas, your thoughts, and this becomes your personality, and this becomes your ego. Then it starts competing. This ego is the one thing which make you a worldly man than any other thing. Almost all thoughts, all perceptions, all ideas, the self-talks, the chattering that goes on incessantly in the mind, everything is connected to this ego. This ego never feel good with anybody hurting the ego's ideas. The ego has got a prestige of its own and it always wants to keep it, and it always lives with this insecurity feeling of somebody is come and hurt your ego and your ideas, its prestige. And this ego connects its prestige, its everything, not to get hurt. So it chooses the way of the worldly thing is the better thing. If you make money, if you have power, if you are famous, if you know something which the society likes and exclaims, then you can feel that you have achieved something, and you can feel secure with your money, your property, your name, your fame, and your followers. That's why you join with so many groups. You join with some political party or some clubs. Some clubs you made a certain group of yours, and all these things are just there to protect you. It is because of the insecurity feeling of the ego. And when you go to the other dimension, to the spirituality, what happens is you have to leave this ego. So that is the where problem comes, because you have to compete with yourself here. You have to fight with your own ego, because ego doesn't so easily give you that you can get out of your ego ideas and can live without, as an egoless man, without thoughts, without any ideas, perceptions. It tells you, your ego tells you, your mind tells you, you are going to become mad. And without our teaching or without our advice, how can you live in this worldly? So then I started competing with my ego, my mind, my thoughts. There, the meditations. Then I come across so many meditations which are there exactly for this purpose. You have to go still and watch your mind, watch your thoughts, watch your ego. Then I have started finding the connection between the ego, how the ego creates thoughts, and these thoughts are there for to keep you secure. And this is not a easy thing, because you have to sit quiet, sit still, and be a watcher of what the thoughts are. And after some time, I got an ability, a capacity to watch my thoughts, my ideas, my perceptions, which come as clouds in the sky. And I used to compare myself as a person sitting on upstairs and watching the thoughts as the traffic going on in the road. And I am not caught myself up in the traffic. I am just a watcher of the traffic. And another analogy is I am a sky and these clouds come and go. So I started detaching myself with my thoughts, my perceptions, and ideas. But still, my identity with my body is not an easy thing. The pain, the sensation, the spasms near chest and stomach. And these have got connected with the thoughts. When thoughts come, they enter into the body and create sensations. So I started knowing about these things, and afterwards I started feeling that I have to tell these things to the people about thoughts, about perception, and I used meditations, and I used to teach meditation. Then I come across this tarot card reading, because I use this tarot card reading as a preliminary thing to make people to understand about their thoughts, their mind, their feelings, their body, their illusions, and their desires, their cravings about the worldly possessions, worldly acquisitions. So I am a tarot reader now. Now I use my tarot reading as a preliminary thing to, but finally I want to invite you to become a meditator, to a spiritual man, to see about how to become still. Friends, this is the series of things which I am going to go on telling you with the connection with my tarot reading. And I am a spiritual man, and I want you to have an introduction of spirituality through my tarot reading. Friends, if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel in this YouTube. Please, and you also can go to my Facebook profile, where I have got two other channels, Indian Spiritual Lessons for the Modern Age and HMS Tarot Reading. And I just pray that, just request you to like my channel, to subscribe to my channel, and if you like them, please like them, and if you want to share them, please share them. Thank you so much.